1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here at Music with Ryan. As you just saw and heard, I played through the gospel tune By the Mark in the key of C. Now, I was inspired to do this tune from listening to the Gillian, Welch, and David Rawlings recording, two of my absolute all-time favorites, and they do this one beautifully. And I've tried just to create a simple arrangement that follows the melody really closely, enables you to play it, again, kind of by yourself in that Carter-style way of playing. I'm going to break down everything note for note. If you want to download the tabs and the multi-speed backing tracks and access Sound Slice, click the link in the description below. So let's take a look at those first few measures. All right, let's go ahead and check out the first few measures here for By the Mark in the key of C. I've got the pickup there on beat 4, and yeah, very straight ahead here arrangement, playing that melody right in the head. So here's the first 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, went on just a bit there, but pretty simple stuff here in these first 4 measures. We'll get to some trickier things, but yeah, beat 4 starts on the first fret of the B string there. And then, so it's just 4, and then measure 2, we'll play it again. And then we do a strumming pattern through that chord. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down, 2. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, and 4, and. So we got that tie in there, causes a little bit of a syncopation, but it's a very basic strumming pattern that I use all the time. And 4, and. Measure 3, we play the open G. Then down up, and open G again, down up, and just some quarter notes here in measure 4. First fret, B string, open G, first fret, open B string. And then I'm gonna do a downstroke here, and it's gonna go into another strumming pattern. And yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec, but that's the measure itself. So if I put all 4 of those together, 2, ready, go. Okay. All right, then carrying on here. I'm start at measure 5 here. Gonna start on an upstroke, as that's what the strumming pattern is coming from. I'll talk about how to connect everything, but so 3, 4, 1. So when I come from, measure 4 going into measure 5, it may feel a little awkward perhaps, and we don't need to put a big emphasis on the strums here, really. I'm trying to put a backseat to the strumming pattern. We don't need to hear every single strum evenly. We just need to stay in time and hit those melody notes when, they need to be played. And so if you don't get all the strums in, it's not a big deal. And if they're not all heard, they all have to be loud, right? We want the melody to be what's heard the most. We just need to stay in time though. So if I'm going from measure 4 to 5, down, up, down, up. And that would take me to the halfway through measure 5, right? 1, up, down, up. as beat 4 carried over to the downbeat of measure 5, if that makes sense. So beat 4 of measure 4 carries over to the downbeat of measure 5, and then I do an upstroke on the and of 1, and 2, and, okay? And then beat 3, we play the first fret B string, and then the open E. Okay? So going from 4 to 5, and 2, and, last time, and 2, and 3, 4, then measure 6, I'm going to go to 3rd fret on the B. I'm going to play this little mini G chord here, so 3, then a strum, up, so 1, 2, 3, and then shoot up to 5 on the B, 4, and slide down to 3. Okay, or shift down actually with the 3rd finger, be more appropriate. So I'm trying to make that real smooth. 1, 2, 3, and then measure 7 and play the 1st fret on the B, and then strum just those 2 strings, the G and the B. We're still on the G chord here, but the melody note is on the C, so it kind of has this sus4 sound or feeling. If you don't know what that means, that's all right. Or suspended 4th, which is the C note here. And then open E, and then strum those same 2 strings. And really, those strums are really soft. I don't need to bring those forward. I could even like kind of ghost the strums, really. You see how gentle that was? In measure 8, I land on the 3rd fret B and make that same G chord again, and do a similar strumming pattern that we did in measure 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And all right, so all 4 of those. Starting at measure 5, I'm going to start on an upstroke, so 3, 4, 1. Put all 8 of those measures together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, gotta be very delicate, right? That's the tricky spot. It's not so much the notes or the rhythms. All the rhythms might be tricky, but it's the having nice touch and being delicate. All right, then measures 9, 10, 11, and 12. And as you notice in measure 9, we have a short measure there. Just 2 beats, and then it goes back to common time. They're 4, 4. So yes, it might feel, again, it feels a little weird, but if you play along with the recordings, it's definitely there. And 2 beats in the measure here. So here's what it sounds like. 3, 4. Okay. So I'm coming from this G chord here, and my pinky will most likely be on the high string, 3rd fret. And so measure 9, I'm going to do 3, 5 slide on that E string using my pinky finger. And you can pick both the notes, but I chose kind of just to slide 1, 2, and then land on the 5th fret of the B with the 3rd finger. And then make this double stop here, 3, 5 on the B, 3 on the E. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just filling it in with a strum. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I shoot back down to the 1st position C. So 1st fret on the B, strum, and then again, strum. Measure 12, all quarter notes here. B, G, B, strum. And that strum will tie over exactly like it did going from 4 to 5. Will be the same here going from 12 to 13. Let me play 9 through 12 again. Ready, go. Then I move going on here. Again, the strums are very secondary and sometimes almost ghosted. And as long as I'm landing on my melody notes on time, that's all that matters. And make it, obviously, if I'm doing that, hopefully it feels good. But yes, it's more about the feel. The strums are just, I don't want to say not as important, but they're just secondary. So, measure 13, I'm coming from, it's tied over to the downbeat. So, and, 2, and, strumming the rest of that C. Then I'm playing the first fret B, 3, 4, and then I hit the open E on the and of 4. 3, 4, and 1, 3, 4, and then measure 14, land on the 3rd fret B, make the G chord, strum, 3rd fret B, strum, down, and on the up, hit the open B. Then I'm gonna go to F, make the shorthand F chord here, 1st fret B, strum, 0-2 hammer on the G, and then strum, measure 16, open G, I'm gonna come back to the C chord, down, up, and then on beat 4, I'm gonna play the 3rd fret of the D, which is an F note, get there with my pinky, and then I'll resolve it in measure 17 by going to the 2nd fret. That's another sus4 thing, or to be more specific or give you a little more context, it's also known as the Amen cadence, okay, 4-1. Amen. And I'm just throwing it in there for effect. It's a gospel tune, and, well, that's how I would play it. So there it is. All 4 of those again. I'm going to start again on the and of beat 1, measure 13, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, and 4, 1. All right, so there is the A part or the verse part. And when you're ready, we'll move on to the chorus. Again, if you want to download the complete tabs and notation for this and the audio backing tracks, click the link in the description below, and we'll move on when you're ready.